What's up with it, y'all? I'm JP. This is Watch This Ish Reactions, where I react to a whole lot of different ish. Today, we got 607 Unc and Big Homie CC. And they speaking on rappers checking in the PC in prison. Yeah, now that you know the deal, y'all slap that like button, subscribe with your boy, and hit that bell notification so you know when all the new content drop. With all that being said, let's go.
And they offering a pretty big bag, but I already know you rich. I ain't gonna tell people the screenshots you sent me. We gonna talk about that a little later. No, for real though. But look, moving right along, a lot of shit going on. What do you feel about this? It was the streets movement, all that shit. But now there's a new kind of thing going on right now. When Young Thug then talked about it, everybody talking about it, and Boosie is really talking about it right now when it comes to Kodak Black and PC. They're saying, right? Boosie saying that you shouldn't be in PC, right? There's a couple people, Thug saying like, yo, PC is good if you got like a family and you trying to, it's the smartest move to do. How do you feel about street people going to PC?
If you playing the game, you should play the game at the highest level. Because once you play in the game, having bragging rights is what sells records,
right.
Gets you booked for shows, get your streams going up, get your views going up, point blank period. If you playing that game.
Right.
Because it's kind of like, if you heard I got locked up, and they said, hey, Big Homie CC and PC.
Right.
You can be like, oh, ain't no way in hell, Big Homie. All that gangster shit they be on.
Right.
Insane. No.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and for Boosie, like before Young Boy, bro, he raised a lot of street niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you operate in that field and you playing that game, you gotta play the game at the highest level, especially if you doing music. People like authenticity. If they can attach a nice, cool personality, part humor, part seriousness, with an authentic story, that sound like you. It wins.
Right, I guess it do win, but the thing with Boosie, I don't know, because now Boosie is getting enemies. Because look, Turk then responded. Turk like, nigga, you talking this shit, nigga, but at least motherfucker ain't no snitch. He basically saying Boosie is a snitch. Because I guess because the little nigga got locked up for all that time in jail and Boosie got out, he's basically saying Boosie a snitch. And Boosie ain't responding to the part about being a snitch. He responded to the part about PC. Why?
Turk is trying to...
Why?
If Turk get anybody to respond, it's a win for Turk. Because he talked so much shit. He wasn't at the Cash Money versus. He sued Birdman. He got himself kind of ostracized.
Right.
Because street niggas don't respect when you suing niggas. So, you know, Turk is doing what he supposed to do to keep his name going. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, it's like you sacrificed all that work you put in. So now you going at the giants in the game.
Right.
I mean...
Just pause right there. I'm going to say this, you know, I can dig what... Big Homie CC is saying, you know, the streets and that whole page does respond to authenticity, you know. So if you're a rapper out there and you're talking about walking people down and how many bodies you got and what set, this, that, and the third, then yeah, it's kind of gonna look odd if you go to the pen and you're in protective custody, the capital PC. So I can dig that. But, you know, at the same time, I'm gonna leave it right there. I can dig that so far. Let's see what else they got to say. So y'all hit that like button, subscribe with your boy. Let's go.
I feel like Boosie get unnecessary hate, and that's partly because the campaign Charleston White ran against him. And, you know...
But Charleston White ain't lie, nigga. Boosie went to jail, got niggas into jail for killing all them people, and he was a fucking minor.
Marlo Mike wasn't supposed to tell, man. There was no witnesses ever. There was no witnesses.
But he got a kid committed murder.
Marlo Mike, all that kid shit, bro. I was grown at 13, man. Once you pop outside, You is a grown man, bro. You ain't no kid after you a killer.
Right.
All that kid shit over with. Once you say you a gangster, you a killer, you ain't no kid no more, my boy.
Right.
You getting charged as an adult, kid.
Right.
There was no witnesses at all on that case. He shouldn't have said nothing.
Right.
He'd be home right now.
Right.
And then what? He would have been King Von. His record stacked up with kills. You didn't tell. You stayed solid. He would have been a superstar.
Right. So what you feel about Kodak Black? Okay.
Now let me stop right there. Now, we ain't gonna glorify no kids out here stepping for no adults either, you know what I'm saying? I heard what big homie CC tried to do right there, but yeah, no, a kid is a kid. And if you could manipulate a young man to go do your dirt for you, like Boosie did, then that's still a kid, you know. That's just what that is. He's a kid, and you know, that's what I have to say on the Boosie thing, you know, like, shout out Boosie. I like his music. I think Boosie done turned into a good dude, but he was a person, or probably still is the way he talk, living a life of a real big gangster. And we ain't never heard of Boosie doing his own work, going out there and stepping like that. Now he'll point the finger, put a bag on you, allegedly. But we ain't never seen Boosie do nothing now, have we? Let's just keep it real. So that's where I ain't with that is shit. You know what I'm saying? Having other people do that and you build your name. What you done? You ain't done a damn thing. That's just real. Say, man, let's go.
Let's call that black pussy for checking that PC. Yeah.
Everybody knows that when you go PC or medical wing, you get them drugs. You a lot more drugs coming in.
Okay, so he a dope fiend.
Bro, PC, bro. Kodak a gangster, bro. But I ain't never seen nobody say he trying to fall back in love with lean and perks. So you done got off it.
Oh, you said he went there for the peel line.
He going up in there for the peel line, man. This Kodak, his book stacked.
Hell nah.
So he gonna be able to get all the shit he want. And then at the same time, though, bro, like a lot of street niggas love that nigga.
They love him.
He ain't gonna have no problems up in there, bro. And that nigga's crazy, bro. Like some of my homies, I played college football, and a lot of my teammates is from Florida, real Florida boys, real Zoes. Bro, I think I said something, nigga a real Zoe. Like I know Mac a Zoe. You feel me? When you a real Zoe, it's different politics that you gotta abide by. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, he went up in there, bro, for them pills, bro.
Right, but Boosie saying shit like, man, listen, we was in the studio together, man. I walked in, I was going to sign you, nigga. You kept on leaving, back to back, doing coke, nigga. Like going to get hot.
What Kodak tell the kids? He say, stay away from drugs, cause they too good. You gonna get on them and go crazy.
Right.
He told the babies that. Cause
right.
That's what happened to him.
Right.
We watching Kodak getting car accidents. Now look, all my homies that was super high when they got shot up in the car crashes did not die.
So you're saying Kodak, he good as long as he stay fried.
Bro, Kodak is gonna stay fried, bro. And we're thinking about that. You going up in jail, I could be over here and be extra gangster with these niggas and then watch them shitting on myself, pissing on myself, throwing up water, going through withdrawal for 2 months. Or I can go over here and get these meds. Stop it.
Right. And that's how you feel about that. I feel the same way. I feel like, if you famous like that, sometimes PC be the safest route for you. Because you're going to go to jail and get the pressed out of you.
Sure.
A lot of people don't want to be getting pressed in jail and shit like that. I don't know. A lot of people do a lot of different things, man, but I don't really know how a lot of people look at it, though. But, that's one thing that's going on. But I'm going to ask you this.
I do agree with 607 Unc on that point, too, right there. At the same time, authenticity is real as far as a rapper is concerned. You a little more believable, and people take to you a little better when you doing what you say in them lyrics. But at the same time, you go up in that clinker, you gonna get extorted left and right, pressing the, you gonna hold everybody gonna want something. So do you really need to frown on the rappers for going to PC? That's the best thing. Them boys got them big bags. Everybody in there hurting and starving. Commissary out of there, and they want you to help them. Some people, y'all let me know in the comments what you think about the PC thing. It might be the best thing for a rapper with a big bag to go to PC. Y'all let me know, man. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Right, and this like one of them questions. You called me, you told me you back. You say, look, man, I'm back on my security job.
Yeah.
I'm back going to get people. I'm back doing this. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What drove you back to that shit?
Cause, bro, like, you know, like getting the message and information out is just one part of my conquest.
Right.
You feel me? And like, the spirit compelled me to come out with this information. You know, I had a strategy and it worked. But at the same time, what I'm passionate about is actually being outside, helping my community, helping people. You know, the only thing about 3 years ago, when we was in active wars,
right?
And like the only thing that could replace like that feeling, that adrenaline, is when you see people, bro, that's been missing. They missing their loved ones, like somebody who thought they was gone, and you see the sparkle come back in their eye again.
Right.
Bro. Like that's what it's about for me. You feel me? Like this, like talking on the internet, it's cool. You feel me? Like I enjoy it, but you know, the gangster in me still knows that in order for me to get to heaven, wherever that is, I still have to continue to repair some of the damage we did in the streets.
Right.
And you know, that's part of the paradox of the human condition. You feel me? It's like if you cause oppression, you got to try to heal some of that oppression so you can have balance in the universe.
Right.
I didn't really start to get blessed and have success until I started to put some more balance in the universe, bro. And it's just like, that shit pays way more. And I'm not talking about money. Like, the feeling, bro, I swear to God, like, I'm having emotions I never had before. That's how I know. It's like, all right, I'm at the end of the road, but I got some loose ends to tie up. And then at the same time, like, you know, people want to, it's a few congressmen and politicians who want to pay to get my face tattoos removed, and they want me to run on behalf of the Republican Party. And it's kind of like, I got to continue to stack my resume.
Big homie CCU Republican? Hell no.
You feel me? Because, you know, I took an oath, bro. I took an oath. And that's why I don't carry my flip phone no more, because I haven't been able to get everybody. And it's a lot of ghosts on that phone.
Right.
And it's just no better feeling to know you didn't defeated motherfucking pedophiles, bro. Like, I feel like I probably didn't stop people from even getting to Epstein Island.
Right. Right. Speaking of Epstein Island, but I'm gonna get away from that a little bit. I'm gonna talk about another island. Somebody.
There y'all have it. 607 Unc and Big Homie CC go down through there on rappers, checking in the PC, whether it's good, whether it's not. Hey man, y'all drop it in the comments, hit a like, hit a hype, subscribe with the tribe so you can continue to watch this. Ish.